So who should be the opening day third baseman for the New York Mets?
Brett Baty.
Wow,
100%.
you both think Brett Baty.
So you got Escobar, right? He's a proven third baseman. However, none of our DHs can hit right now. So I think you put Baty in third and you put Escobar in the DH role. That's two birds with one stone. And you give Escobar the reps and experiences up in the majors at the beginning of the season, opening day. And if he starts to decline, whatever, you can always swap him, put him down in AAA, and have Escobar come back. So I think having the depth there really helps in this situation.
Yeah, no, I mean you could definitely
Probably
have
have.
Escobar be that right-handed DH, which would mean we'd have to cut Darren Ruff, which I bet a lot of people would be really happy
Get
to
him
see.
out.
Hey, that's
Um,
rough, but
But I might
cut
make a
Ruff,
little
I know.
case later about why we might be able to keep him around just to mess with you guys. But that is definitely one possible way. Jimmy, what were you thinking about the whole like how can you not like Eduardo Escobar, man? Like on the Mets YouTube shorts, he's like always being funny. We had the month of Escobar last September. Like we've seen flashes of what he can do. He can be a 20+ home run guy. Like
Yeah, I see what you're saying, and I don't want Escobar to not lose his starting role, but we already know that Escobar can play first, he can play third, he can play second, he can DH like Drew said. Baty, he can even play. He might be able to play a corner outfield spot. We've seen him mess around with that. The Mets have always been interested in moving him there. He could also DH for us too, and he could also play third base. But I want him to get the reps at third base, like Drew mentioned before. So if we can get him to get the reps at the major league level at third base, because at the end of the day, offensively, I think we all know that Baty is ready. He's got a 4.69 on base percentage right now, 333 batting average. His slugging percentage was 436. It's like almost like every 12 innings, this guy Brett Baty is getting a hit or maybe two hits. I think it's like Pete Alonso a couple of years ago. He was ready, and the Mets didn't need to wait because they knew he was ready. Brett Baty is ready. And like Drew said too, our DH stink right now. Vogelback, he can't buy a hit. He even said it himself right now. Ruff is, Darren Ruff.
That was a great clip.
Yeah, Darren Ruff. I mean, you mentioned it though today. You saw him get that stand-up double, but outside of that, I feel like he strikes out 3 times out of 4 every game.
Just wait. Just wait for Darren Ruff, man. Just wait. He's
but
coming.
I just don't think putting Baty, though, in the AAA to start the year would do him any good. I think he's ready for the major league level, whereas you look like – because he came in ready for spring training. If it's like a true position battle, which is what this has been hyped up to be going into spring training, then I think Baty has won and he's earned his spot on the roster because he came into spring training ready, whereas you look at Francisco Alvarez, who's hitting 111 in spring training and didn't make the roster – because he's hitting 111, because he came in to get ready during spring training, whereas Baty, he came ready for spring training. So I think that says a lot about Baty. Also Ronnie Mauricio, like he's a guy who showed up like big time, and I think he could definitely deserve a roster spot. But there's really not a spot for him. Yeah, there's just not a spot for him. So it's just unfortunate for a guy like Mauricio. But Baty, there's a clear need for a DH. So he could either be in that DH role, or we could, like Drew said, move Escobar, who could potentially pop off 20+ home runs. I mean, we saw him do it 2 years ago, and it was the 2 months really of Escobar last year, where he was the best third baseman in baseball. So if he's our DH, I wouldn't mind that at all. And if that means Baty's our third baseman, I think every Mets fan would love that. And if that means Vogie's got to be on the bench, I mean, he could pinch hit here and there. I wouldn't mind that.
Well, Vogie's a left-handed DH.
So Vogie is interesting because, with the shift ban, he's still not getting hits. Granted, we know Vogie. He's a player who's going to streak, get his hits, then be cold. He's going to get his hits and be cold, just like last season. But I will say this. When he first came to the Mets, he was so red hot in a time where we needed that DH. So honestly, like if he's going to be cold right now and in a few weeks from now, past opening day, he's going to be hot, then let him be cold. Let him get mad and curse out. You know,
I love
let him. You know, I love the guy.
Yeah,
he's awesome.
I think Mets fans. I saw there was a comment. I think on one of. I think we might have retweeted the clip where he was like, "Oh, just like can't buy a hit." Someone was like, "Mets fans are so delusional about Daniel Vogelback," and we probably are a little bit, just because he's like a big dude. You know, with that video of him running around third base and his helmet falls off, and he's just like chugging his like stubby legs and stuff. And he's just like a big boy that can hit, but like, you know, he mashes when he mashes right-handed pitching. Like that's what he does. He's not gonna do it all the time. But yeah, maybe a certain. I mean, it's spring training. Let's not take what he's doing right now too seriously. I actually did a former guest of ours on the show, Ryan Finkelstein from
Locked On.
From Locked On Mets.
Yes,
he actually combined the WBC stats and spring training stats for Eduardo Escobar. So Eduardo through both competitions, it's 4 for 36. And then Brett Baty, just spring training alone, is 13 for 39. So to help you guys out a little bit in your cause, to get Brett Baty as starting third baseman on opening day. I don't know. It would be tough. I think I would not be surprised any point later in the season where Baty does become that guy, and they really might move Diaz to that DH spot. Because this defense has gotten better. I mean, I was just looking at some DMs, and he had a crazy play against the Nationals. Actually, that was about a week ago. Wow, that was a long time ago. He was like going to his right. Oh, that throw was so sick. I wish. Can we show video in here or no?
Yeah, I can get video.
Yeah, it was. Oh, if you go on the Mets Way Twitter and go into the DMs that I was sending to it, you can see it. He does like this. He like scoops up the ground ball, does this crazy spin move, and throws like not a dot to Vientos, and Vientos actually makes a sick play.
Yeah, I'll get that right now.
Yeah, I just want to look at this on the screen. That would be cool. But I mean, Escobar's so hard to get rid of, man.
He is, and like you said, he's such a good like personality. Like in the shorts, he's like 5 minutes, like.
Yeah, he never has an answer. Like it's like some great shtick, and like apparently now he's gonna sing. He like told Mets fans to suggest songs, and he's gonna sing for all the Mets fans and whatnot. Like, I'm here for that. But even like someone asked him, like, did you think when you came back from the WBC that your starting job would be in jeopardy? Or he's like, do you think you'll start opening day? And he straight up said, I don't know. You know, he viewed himself like he's not sure because he recognizes how good Brett Baty is, and I guarantee Eduardo Escobar is in Baty's ear every single time they've worked out, telling him how to get better and do all these things. So maybe if it's Baty's time, it's Baty's time. But yeah, I think he should be on the 26 man. Maybe he doesn't start. Maybe he plays in left field. I don't know. It all depends. There's so many moving parts. We're still a week away, but
I'll tell you what, it's a great problem to have.
It is.
Not mad at all.
No, not mad at all. This is because I'd be cool with Escobar, and I mean, just to see how consistent his defense got, and hearing Brett talk, like he says all the right things. But always when he comes back to, and the several things I've read, you know, stories I've read about him, it's just all I want to do is be consistent every day, go out and do what I have to do every single day at a high level. And defensive consistency was one of the things that we were all worried about at first. So that was really, it's a good problem to have, as Drew said. And I think we're all pretty stoked about it.
Yeah, I'm trying to get that video still pulled up right now. I know I see it from Steve Gelbs, but for some reason my computer is not doing well with the Twitter. But Baty, like I think like he's getting David Wright comparisons though. That's the only thing. Like
let's chill out there.
That's where I'm like,
what
like there's some
in the Twitter comment section on your who's calling into your other show and telling you that, like
no one's calling in, but I'm seeing it on Twitter, dude. I'm looking in like the Twitter Mets pages on the Twitter, like the community page, the one that KFC Barstool got. I'm not sure if you guys are. I'm gonna invite you guys tonight.
So,
but
some jabronis and
some jabronis because it's just like
one captain.
I mean, if there's one guy I would compare to David Wright, it'd be Brandon Nimmo. But like I don't know, Baty, he's got the potential, I feel like, to really make an impact, not just be a rookie. Like he's got like, I'm not gonna say he's got Julio Rodriguez potential rookie year, but
I mean his bat is nice.
Yeah, yeah, he's like in that spin throw that I'm trying to get up right now that you sent. Like he's there, like he's ready to go. It sucks that Escobar's there too, because like you said, Jared, he's a guy who he's got pop still. He was the month of Escobar too, like just 2 months ago, even though he struggled in WBC and spring training combined. Like, I'm really not too worried because Escobar also did struggle last year and he really got it going. So, I mean, if he sucks to start the year, then maybe we just Baty full time. But, I think Baty should be the starting third baseman, and I think Escobar should be that DH on opening day. Whether it's, Escobar's a switch hitter too. So, I'm not sure what his splits are lefty-righty right now, but so I'm not sure if Vogie or Escobar would make sense. But I think Baty should definitely be in that third base spot opening day.
Okay, so he earned it. So the question I wrote was obviously, does he deserve / earn? So you think he's earned the right to be third baseman just from the 19 games he's played in spring training?
Yeah, if spring training is like for not just to get ready for the season, and it's also about competition, and like Epler and Buck Showalter even said, like they're going to give Baty a shot to earn his job. I think, he definitely earned it.
True.
And he's been working hard too.
It's hard though.
Like he's like, has he earned it? Like he 100% earned it. Like you're gonna be pissed off if he's not starting on third base.
Yeah, I'm going to be. At this point, yeah, I'm going to be. Like I was in a Twitter space the other day, and like you said, it's just a bunch of yelling sometimes, and there was some guy just yelling about how the fact that it's like, oh, Francisco Alvarez, Buck Showalter and Epler are messing with his head. Like, dude, he's batting 111. Like guys like him came in to get ready for the season at spring training. Baty came in knowing, hey, I have a chance to win this job and be a part of something really special because this Mets team is trying to get a World Series. And he came out here and he's done nothing but produce in spring training. And if it's like a competition battle, then yeah, he earned it.
So Drew,
I got that video too.
It's hard because obviously spring training, you're not always playing against MLB level caliber. So when we go into the season, is he gonna, keep his good form up? But only time will tell. But I'm sold personally on him. So
you're gonna be pissed if he's not starting opening day?
No, I'm not going to be pissed because Escobar is still a very good baseball player, but I'll be a little disappointed because I want to look into the future, right? I want to see Brett Baty become the face of the franchise.
All right.
But I'm thinking long term, so.
Okay. Do you have that
video? And I think, but I think I can get it right now. But like you said too, Drew, you're thinking future too. Like we have so many guys, so many veterans, so many win now players. We could also use a little, I feel like, too, especially, losing Diaz for the whole entire year. So I think, Baty could be like a little spark, and it could also be a spark for Eduardo Escobar if he starts the season off as a DH. Let's see. How do we?
It's a little glitchy, but I kind of like it even better because you can see it in slow-mo. Oh, it's so sick. Oh, Kyber Ruiz, too.
Is it up right? Oh, yeah, it's up right now? I don't even see it on my screen, but
it's a little slow, but it kind of works that way because you kind of see everything happen. Oh wow! See, he might have earned it. I'm not gonna be pissed. Depth's a good problem to have, and we have depth, so that's good. But you did say something, Jimmy, just now that I think carries us into our next section, which is the 6-man rotation. And our rotation is one of the, if not the oldest rotation of baseball. I'm going to start calling them the over-the-hill